I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of Story Time with Pappy. It's where I'm going to tell you a story that I probably shouldn't, but you're going to see it anyways. Now, this is the story of how I ended up here. The middle child, trapped between two sisters. The older one, who'd already bailed on me once.
Are you making some kind of concoction? What's the noise? It's a ball. What the hell?
And the younger one, armed with a video camera with threats of YouTube humiliation.
You said you were tired.
I'm not tired.
Then why are you going to sleep?
I'm not sleeping. I'm talking to you, Fred.
So as I recall, if I remember correctly, I was coming off an overnight shift, one of which that I did many times because I worked nights. That's not the point. Coming off an overnight shift where I'd worked for 12 hours, I'd been awake for 24, the perpetual state of tired. There's a whole lot of this, some of these, but you know, it was supposed to be a fun trip, lots of road trip jams, listening to music on our highway to the danger zone. Danger zone! So the purpose of this trip was, we were going to go to the casino, have some good old-fashioned family time with the sister on her extravagant little birthday. She was already there with the family, and because of how tired I was, I rode with my older sister, which was my first mistake. Could have just drove myself, I wouldn't have had to stop all the times to go to the bathroom and eat dinner. So we stopped in this little town called Seymour, Seymour, just in case you're wondering. In a lot of these, small, quaint towns, they're not like the larger metropolitan areas. They, town pride everywhere. They've got the banners for their little hoopdas and their fiddlies and their town parades and all of that, It's good place. But on their tower, their water tower, is their high school mascot. And this mascot was some form of large cat. It could have been a lion, could have been a tiger, could have been a bear. Oh my. Now, after looking back, I discovered that this mascot is a panther. But at the time, I had fittingly decided that their mascot was a cougar. Well, I'll tell you this. Little did I know I would definitely see more cougars. So we stopped at this diner, known for its mile-high meringue pie in the sky. I love me some pie. So we walk into the diner and there's, old folks scattered about drinking coffee and telling war stories about who took the longest to put their pants on that day and all kinds of fun shenanigans. The special on the whiteboard for the day. Yes, the special of the day. I don't know where I was going with that. But on this fancy contraption seen in all schools across the nation, it's a whiteboard. Handwritten in marker, the special of the day was catfish. So our waitress, greeted us and sat us down at our booth. Now this waitress, I'm going to have to explain a little bit. She looked like she was the high school prom queen from 25 years ago and hadn't stopped smoking cigarettes since. My older sister ordered the catfish and I just had to have my staple. I had me a good old chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, all the fixings, you know. Can't go wrong, can't go wrong. So we're sitting there having a jolly good old time and, you know, swapping stories, telling jokes, just having a blast. And then it happened. The road trip had taken its toll, and my sister, not unlike many other women, could not control her bladder much longer. This was the first time, albeit not the last, that she left me alone in the wilderness, where cougars prey on their victims. And this was the moment that the cougar decided to pounce on my good old boy self. Pretty good looking man. Have you ever seen a bearded savage not being confused by its surroundings, being preyed on by anyone and everyone? I was completely unprepared for what followed. Little did I know that the mile-high meringue pie was not the only pie on the menu. So the waitress, she slid on over to me, rubbed her scaly, wrinkled old palm across the middle of my back. And that's when she whispered sweet everythings into my ear. At this point, my sister had decided to return from her trek to the Appalachian Mountains to take a piss. And my sister, who I failed to mention, is extremely smart and intelligent and beautiful. She also made me say that. I'm just kidding. She didn't make me say that. It's not written on the screen. She knows where I live. So at this point, you know, the cougar made herself sparse when she sensed the queen alpha bitch return. I didn't mean it. It slipped. I promise. I didn't mean it. You're my favorite older sister. I promise. So, you know, at this point, my sister was concerned, but only slightly. She said I looked as if I'd seen a ghost, you know, pale in the face and, you know, the silvery, the slight glistening of tears of fear shining from my eyes. She asked if we should stay and have some dessert. So in turn, my reply was thus: "No, we need to get the hell out of here now!" So, of course, not knowing what had just happened, she laughed. Because she doesn't care about my well-being. She asked why. So in turn, my reply was thus: "I'm gonna get cougared if we don't get the hell out of here right now." So we grab our ticket and we get ready to go pay our tab, you know. And waitress asks if we're sure we don't want to stay for dessert. Nope. Big old bag of nope to go. So because of this traumatizing event, combined with the supreme level of delirium I had achieved due to the lack of sleep, all of that led to this.
We do, like, that's why we're doing this. Posterity.
What? I don't even know what that means. Stop it.
Take a bath. There were more festivities to be had once we finally reached our destination, and I was so wiped out that I decided that I needed to take a nap. It was just too much excitement for one day. So I picked the place where I believed I had the highest chance of fading away into nothingness without being interrupted. Unfortunately, I was found by my dear sisters, who proceeded to torment me with threats in a hotel bathroom. So, that's the first story of this series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, I'm going to do a couple more. Actually, probably a lot more, because I got a bunch of stories to tell you kiddos. So the next one, kind of a continuation of this, unfortunately. The next one is about the mystical demon cougar of karaoke night at my local Buffalo Wild Wings. But if you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button, all that other happy horse shit, and I will see you at the next one.